Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on the Real Housewives of Dubai. This episode was cute or whatever. I really only have like one page of notes. The show is cute. Just rich women, they're going out eating, girl shading and reading. I mean, that's really all I can really ask for. I mean, we could have the girls on here stealing from orphans, widows, and burn victims, and old folk. You know what I'm saying? And setting up robbery scenes. That was so unnecessary. That was so unnecessary. All right, so Sarah. I love Sarah. I love her son. I love how she's raising her son. She asks her son is cooking for men or for women. He says both. She is trying to raise her son not to participate in any toxic masculinity. I live for it. I love it. I love Sarah. I love how Sarah gets on this TV screen most of the time. She's barefaced. Okay. Most of the time, Sarah ain't got no beat. Now, don't get it twisted. I appreciate a good beat. Okay. But I can also appreciate, when the divas get onto the TV screen and girl, they're giving you all natural. Okay? They're giving you all natural. Baby, Sarah is all on the Bravo TV with not a lick of makeup on her face. Or maybe she got that no makeup. Shout out to Wendy Williams. Maybe she got that no makeup. But no, I don't think Sarah is wearing makeup in most of the scenes. So I can appreciate that Sarah is gorgeous. Okay? Her son is adorable. I'm glad that she's teaching her son. I one thing, and I could go into a 5 hour rant. I think it's weird that as just people, like you really have people out there teaching, and it may even be some of you, I guess, teaching their children that men don't need to learn one of the basic necessities in life, which is feeding yourself. Girl, y'all really are here teaching these people that girl cooking is for women and not for men. So I have a question. What happens when if you're teaching your son and your daughters that you're teaching your sons that cooking is for the wife? What happens up until your son finds a wife? Who feeds him? You? Or it's up to the girlfriends? I don't know. We done with that. So shout out to Sarah. She's trying to hold on to traditions, teach her son traditions, eating with their hands. My grandmother, my great grandmother, my great grandmother, they used to eat with their hands all the time. Girl, this was like late '90s, early 2000s. Okay, late '90s. Um, he says that I don't want to do this seriously for real. He's so cute. So shout out to Sarah. I can't pronounce her son's name. McTomin, I believe. I don't know. I would mess her name up in a heartbeat. Caroline and Lisa, they go out to eat. For some reason, Caroline got on my nerves when she walked into the restaurant, and it's like I don't know if she was in a hurry. It's like she couldn't even really greet the hostess like without like rushing like table for two. And I'm like, girl, girl, calm down, girl. So anyway, she meets up with Lisa. I love Lisa, and I love her fine husband. Girl, girl, you talking about? Baby, that white man is fine. Okay. So shout out to the white man on Bravo, honey. Um, She says that basically Caroline changes every week. One week she's Afro Latina, the next week she's Jamaican. Girl, every week is something different. They talk about Caroline and Nina supposedly being BFFs now. I thought it was funny when Lisa was talking about, I guess, how Nina used to talk about Caroline. Oh, Brooks. She met up with Brooks. It's two Carolines. Sorry for those who probably don't watch the show. There's two Carolines on the show. There's a white Caroline and a black Caroline. The black Caroline, her name is Caroline Brooks, and then the white Caroline is Caroline Sansbury. So I think they call the black Caroline Brooks, you know, so they know who we're talking about. So, anyways, so she met up with Brooks, the black Caroline. So it was a black Caroline Brooks, and Lisa. They met up for like drinks and food, and I think they went to the club later on, but they just didn't show it. So we know that Nina and White Caroline, they didn't like each other. They both let us know that, so it's nothing really new. So Lisa was basically saying, I don't think that Lisa was being messy. She could have been, but I don't think that Lisa was being messy. She was just letting us know that, excuse me, she was just letting us know that once upon a time, you know, Nina used to dog out Caroline. And she was like, I don't even want to repeat the things that she said. And then all of a sudden, girl, a second later, she was like, she said she was ghetto, she was ratchet, she was trashy, and those are the good things. um, Caroline, Caroline, Brooks, and Sarah, they all meet up at Caroline's house. I don't know why, but for some reason, Caroline and her husband Sergio are weird to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. Is it just me? It might just be me. But when I see them together, even though it's only been 2 episodes, when I see them together, it's just kind of like. And he was the only one at the bachelorette party last besides I think Caroline's best friend. I assumed he was gay, which my assumption could be incorrect. But I assumed he was gay. That don't have nothing to do with it. But I'm assuming he was. And then Sergio, I think that was like the only two males on the vote that was a part of the hen party. And now Sergio just sitting around listening to them talk. Sergio, go in the house. I don't know, girl. And I don't know why I'm getting so bothered because, girl, Real Housewives of New Jersey, I love the husbands on the show. But I think because the husbands have their own stuff going on. Even though, girl, I guess sometimes they get into the women's business. Anyways, girl, maybe I'm just reaching with Sergio and Caroline. It could be. Anyways. Sarah says that Chanel may have like some trauma because she realized that anytime at the dinner Caroline said something to Chanel, certain things triggered Chanel. So she was thinking maybe Chanel has some underlying trauma, that she hasn't dealt with. Caroline basically said she don't care. She not supposed to add her trauma to her trauma. So. Chanel and Nina meet up. Girl, Chanel, where is you going? Girl, I was trying to figure out what the weather was. Girl, Chanel walk in. Girl, I think those are what kind of boots? Balenciaga, Givenchy. I don't know. And she on the fur coat, this horrible wig. And then here come Nina walking in with a sundress and sandals. Girl, what? What is the? Now, everybody, some people hot natured, some people cold natured. But girl, it can't be that big of a difference in the girl, like, it's one thing for a girl to have on a little windbreaker. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother situation for you to walk out with a fur coat on. And then the next day your sister or your friend, your homegirl got on a sundress and some sandals. Where is y'all going? Chanel does in fact have trauma. We'll talk about that later. She basically felt like she wasn't included. I mean, let me ask y'all a question. Whenever we have things that we haven't dealt with from the past, like childhood trauma, is it fair to like put that on other people? Like she doesn't feel included. And that bothered her. But if Caroline doesn't like you or doesn't know you, then is it her responsibility or why would she include you? You see what I'm saying? But I guess that's part of the triggering and the trauma, right? Is it? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I understand Chanel has her issues, right? But it's also, girl, like, but Caroline doesn't fool with you. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Lisa goes to the grocery store. No Muslims are allowed in the pork section. Nina calls Lisa. I thought it was so cute when Lisa was talking on the phone. But that little boy, her little son, I forgot which son it was. She has three sons. Was going to town on those Oreo cookies. I think he ate about three or four of them while she was on the phone. Um, um, Thanksgiving, Nina and her family, and Sarah and her son. Sarah and her son joined Nina's family. They went like on like a Ferris wheel kinda, but it was big enough to the point where they had like a dinner table, all that stuff set up. I thought it was funny when Nina wanted everyone to go around and say something that they were thankful for, and the little girl said something like, Nina's daughter said something like, "I'll be thankful if we make it out here alive," something like that. Okay, it was really funny. Um, Sarah, she says her parents. Sarah has been married twice. Her son said three times. Yeah, get over there and sit down. Stay out of grown folks' business. But no, Sarah's been married twice. So I guess this is a part of Sarah because Sarah. I think Sarah. They said Sarah is very, I think, old school, but also kind of like has a twist to her. Um, a modern twist to her, I guess, with some old school ways. So I guess this is a part of the old school ways that they're talking about. So, she still has hope for her Prince Charming. Her parents don't care if she's married or not. Which was surprising to me. They just want her to be basically happy. And they're more concerned about Sarah. Now, I had never heard this before. They're more concerned about Sarah falling victim, not since they falling victim, but falling to the pressures of society to, you know, be with a man and be married, right? She said her mother told her that basically, girl, you done already did it twice. You've been married and divorced twice. Girl, maybe it's not for you, girl, let it go. You don't really hear parents, especially when you're talking about different cultures, basically not pressuring their daughters to find a husband. I thought that was kind of dope. I did. Um, so Chanel brings a goat to Lisa's Thanksgiving dinner. The goats from Chanel's, I guess, culture has a special meaning to it. So that's why she brought a goat. Um, Chanel basically says when people show you their blue color, they're blue. Don't make them orange. Basically saying when people show you, like we say over here, when people show you their true colors, girl, believe them. Oh, who said it? Maya Angelou. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Did I mess that up? I think I messed that up. What did Maya Angelou? When people show you who they are, believe them. I think that's how it goes. Um, Chanel Daddy is basically trash. Yeah. Girl, I was sitting on my couch crying with Chanel and Sarah. I think part of the reason why Chanel, and maybe I'm not, maybe this is me just reaching, but I think a part of the reason why Chanel is so big on making it be known that she's beautiful and I'm gorgeous and I'm a supermodel and I am sexy and I am the fashion girl and this is because I think maybe that's her way of making sure that I guess she doesn't get down or depressed or sad because of what happened to her when she was a child because her father used to beat on her and her father tied her to a tree. I think in the middle of like it was raining. She did something to upset her father and her father went outside and tied her to a tree. Again, her father beat on her. Her father almost married her off at 14 years old. So Chanel has been through some stuff, right? Um, I think maybe again she, is so vocal about, her being beautiful and I'm this and I'm that. It's the way to kind of just, you know, make herself feel good due to her childhood, if that makes sense. Shout out to Chanel. The show was cute. All right. I'll be back. I'm about to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bye, y'all.